Texas Tech Red Raiders. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Raiders move, kick it away to start. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the 1st down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
I'll play this point screen.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Shit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off the play fake. He's got his man.
No pressure.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Owls want to move quickly. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you
forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And they're not on the same page there. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made.
Should run my other playbook.
This offense with a fresh set of downs.
Just man.
Quarterback checking the play. To the air. It's Emmanuel. Working the middle. It's complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle.
Gotta see
this
this.
defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
Let's go. Excuse me.
He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I think receivers really separate themselves with body control. To be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looking to pass on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And
That's
the
a bad
incomplete
drop.
pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida Atlantic 6, Texas Tech 0.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Red Raiders will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
I'm not sure what
And
happened
the
to too
incomplete
early.
pass turns the ball over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the
I'm trying to
gas
see.
pedal.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Smashes through. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Shit,
And
y'all.
the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Owls come to the line in the hurry up.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic
He was
front
gonna
seven on
pick. I
defense,
knew
it's
he
gonna be
was.
tough.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the left.
Should
And
have committed.
he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On on 4th down, looking for the completion. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to pound their way in. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd down. Trying to pound it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance.
Oh, he missed. Let's go.
He missed it. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Scanning the field, it's Emmanuel.
It is hard playing that this way. Okay.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Firing to the right, complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
To the air on 1st down. Getting some heat.
God, I threw that. I didn't see him.
And picked off. Going the other way, and he's got
Oh, if I just waited half a second.
Down after a good return on the interception.
It's under
This
pressure.
ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver
That
that
wasn't
seemed
pressure.
open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its own.
All right, can we fucking score?
Looking for a productive play on first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And as he throws, it's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Emmanuel. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Fires to the
Gotta check
tight
that
end.
nigga.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone.
You dropped the fucking ball.
And let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Third and goal coming up here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to throw it on third and goal. Moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Field goal is good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Get a look to this first play.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
There we go. Gotta get the ball, though.
They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? He wants to pass it on second down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Damn, we gotta get that ball. I would have kind of just flipped this game on his head right there.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Be hard flat So I should be able to get this.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Emmanuel. And they
Damn, I didn't have
got
a
him. They'll
chance.
get him down for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Finds his man. It's Wilkins. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end.
My God, all of them niggas got Robert.
Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Check down on the field right there.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you.
I gotta be a safety.
What this defense has been doing to be so successful. Oh, we're now using it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to
That's a
take
hard
care of the
flat.
ball. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Backed up in their own end, a quick hitter might work.
There we go.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
Get out the way,
And
nigga.
they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't
Man,
have
my
great
whole
hands
fucking
all the time.
team is getting
But you always remember your first interception. You'll always remember this moment.
The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Get set.
The option look. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
On the play. Brings up second and goal.
And the D deny them on
Gotta hold our
2nd
fucking
and goal.
blocks.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw.
You're right
And
there.
it'll be
You're
incomplete.
literally
This
right there.
defense is physical and pass deep. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Complete downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. And a 9-yard
right there.
gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
So now you playing
Florida
right there.
Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of
What
his
is this?
ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Gets it out quickly.
Taking a drop right there.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads it left.
You still threw that? You
How
are
about getting
crazy.
the foot down on that throw for the
How many
big
times is this
completion?
nigga gonna get hurt?
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Maryland. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback changing
Gotta get
plays
time.
at the line. Pocket starts
I
to
gotta
collapse.
get time here.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the
It's not
10.
like pass coming every time. We
They'll
just
tell you
fucking
that
suck.
somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated.
Oh, I tried to highball it and I clicked off.
Number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to gotta get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline, and what sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dances away from the heat. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I think this is important for this defense.
Oh, I switched to Max.
Football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Stop here. He said 3. Here.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
Time to go.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Like the pass, right? Shit, he didn't. Nice.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
That's fucking
When
weird.
you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off and just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Some big hand passes this game.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
Andy got us tripping though.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Let's try to switch the.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Emmanuel. Coming after him. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Talk about
Team
saving
matching.
your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
We gotta get out of there. God damn, we gotta get out of
Gets
there.
it down to the 31.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run. Showing his physicality. Setting your offense up in a good spot.
He wants to throw here on second down. Wide open downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Steps away. Lets it fly.
Why do you lead it so far?
And it's picked off. And
I tried to wait till he stopped.
This defense has set its
The other
offense
nigga
up for
stopped.
business.
Shit over.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They want that clock to run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run play action. Gonna let it fly. Makes the catch.
Did nigga just steal my rock combo?
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wide out in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Trust me.
After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Running with power. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. With jet sweep pass.
I ran commit.
To the 15. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once
I ran
he
commit
got
right
loose,
to him.
it was all over. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 14, set to kick this one away.
Fair catch, called for and made.
I'm tired as fuck.
That Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher.
Why did he jump so
I'm just
late?
getting my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week.
Looking to take
That's
a
pass
shot.
interference.
And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Emmanuel. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming.
That
And he
end
was
is
hit
fucking
just as he
going
was releasing
crazy.
the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking to scramble. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Floating away. He chucks one out to the right.
Why do they move every time I want to throw the ball, bro?
He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Damn, I'm kind of mad that I lost this game, because this game was so
He's able to
winnable.
kind of weave his way for a very good game.
It was like 4 picks.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll take a shot. And the throwing
Get his
catch is
feet
good.
down.
You got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Back to pass, it's Emmanuel. Trying to get to him. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Almost almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort.
Yeah, I can't believe I fucked over this game, man.
I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Terrible. Terrible guy.